deal that you're close to getting done, our fourth signing of the summer so far, and that is Cristhian Mosquera. According to Hand of Arsenal now aiming to close a deal for Cristhian Mosquera for a fee under 90 million euros. So that's like 14 million pounds. Very, very good deal for a 20-year-old defender who's going to back up Saliba. He's a right footer as well. You have a lot of left footers defensively. This is a right footer. Personal terms are not seen as an issue. I think he's a right footer. I'm sure he's a right footer. Hopefully, I'm not saying my own things. I think he's a right footer. Personal terms are not seen as an issue. Still some work to be done, but talks are very advanced. Andrea Bata is aiming to get the player in pre-season if possible. So, yeah, I think this deal will be done very, very quickly. Let me just confirm that I think he's a right footer. Let me just confirm that very, very quickly. Preferred foot. Let's see. Yeah, he's a right foot player, so yeah, I was not wrong in terms of that. So he's going to be more of a backup for Saliba than Gabriel. So if you still have Kivu in the team, that is exciting, man. Imagine if you have a bench like that, even if you rotate players, you have other options. Let's not forget about players like Declan Rice, Merino, and Kivu, and players like that. Those players are still available. Fabrizio says, more on Cristhian Mosquera and Arsenal story. Understand Spanish defender has already given his green light to the move. Mosquera's keen on joining Arsenal. The club has already explained the project. Great news. We are moving quickly now. That is great to hear. Mosquera will be our next signing after Zubimendi, Kepa, and Nogard. Mate Moreto also says Arsenal have an agreement with Cristhian Mosquera on personal terms while negotiations with Valencia are on track. So this one will be done very, very quickly, thankfully. Graham Bailey says Arsenal are in advanced talks with Valencia regarding a move for Cristhian Mosquera, with negotiations specifically structured around paying the fee in installments. Mosquera has a 17 million release clause, although Andrea Bata is working to agree a fee below that. So in terms of the deals, if Andrea Bata, that's why I was very patient with Andrea Bata, as I told you guys. I'm not going to start saying, what is he doing after 2 weeks? No, I'm going to reserve my judgment after the transfer window to see how he's done overall. Because to get Zubimendi and pay him 3 installments, if we manage to get Eze on 3 installments as well, and you get Mosquera for 15 million pounds, less than that, maybe get Kepa for 5 million, you get Nogard for that 10 million, and you still are able to get a strike, and you're still able to get players like Eze, and you've extended Gabriel's contract, and you've extended Lewis Kelly's contract, and positive talks with Saka and Saliba and all those guys. That would be a very, very good transfer window if you get all of that done. That would be a 10 out of 10 transfer window in his first attempt. That would be exciting, and that would be very exciting. Sorting out both quality and also quantity, that would be great. So that's the latest on Mosquera. Arsenal understood to be confident that an agreement can be struck with Valencia for Cristhian Mosquera. This is according to Ryan Taylor Sports. So a lot of updates from different journalists. So let's wait and see. Miles Lewis Kelly signed a new contract earlier today. So let's see which position is going to feature for us next. And I think it's still going to be a lot of left back position, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw him in midfield a few times, especially if all our players are fit. Calafiori, Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Ben White, all these guys are fit. We might see Lewis Kelly getting opportunities in midfield, which is his actual position. So that is great to see. Real Madrid made inquiries about Miles Lewis Kelly's availability earlier this year in the hope that he would let his contract expire and leave for free in 2026, but the discussions went no further as the player was determined to continue with Arsenal. Things you love to hear. Arsenal through and through wanted to stay at Arsenal. Real Madrid, you keep inquiring all you want. I was very confident about Lewis Kelly staying at Arsenal. I'm very confident about Saka staying at Arsenal as well. I would say I'm 70% confident in Saliba staying at Arsenal, and if you're able to keep all of these players and add to it, then we're moving in the right direction. So yeah, I was very confident with Andrea Bata this transfer window. That's one of the reasons why I was excited about this transfer window, because something fresh, you get someone who's experienced, someone who has connections. That's great. But what about the striker situation? What are we going to be doing about that? RB Leipzig dreams of getting 80 million to 100 million euros for Benjamin Sesko, according to Build Information. However, 70 million euros plus add-ons is seen as more realistic. No concrete offer has been received by the club yet. So they want around between 70 to 90 million pounds, but more realistic plus add-ons would be around like maybe 58 million plus add-ons or 60 million plus add-ons, around that. I think that is what Arsenal are trying to get done, either with Sesko or Gyökeres, around around that figure, 60 million pounds, around that, maybe 50 million plus add-ons for later on. Maybe that is what we are trying to do. So I think that is what the delay is. I think if Gyökeres or Sesko 50 million today, we'd buy them today, but we are playing our cards slowly in terms of that. Listen, I don't mind who's coming fast. If you're signing a defender fast before a striker, as long as by the time we get to preseason, I look at that, I'm okay. Zubimendi is there. Okay, Mosquera is there, the striker is there, the winger is there, and you're ready to go. Absolutely no problem, because it's a big next season. Because Liverpool are signing players, Man City are signing players. I'm watching Man City right now; they're currently leading 2-1 against Juventus. They don't have the likes of Haaland on the pitch, so they're going to be strong next season. You also have to be strong next season. Last season Liverpool won the title so easily. We were so close to getting to the Champions League final, but the problems that we had in our squad showed against PSG. We can't let ourselves get into that position again. But super exciting to be linked to players like Eze. Hopefully we can get it done. So far it's like 3 signings in like 2 days. That is great. Let's keep going. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys on the next